Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, in the last episode we basically hit Yang with the frying pan, I should say, and we got some pretty decent augments from basically the three that he had in his command list. Yeah, they're all really useful. We also we gave the adamantite to the Kokol blacksmith. That way he could start making a sword for us. Now, if you want the sword before you go to the next area, you should give the adamantite to Kokol before you actually go to Mysidia here, because as soon as you go to Mysidia, it'll trigger an event. And once the event's over, you can actually, right after that, you can actually go get the sword before you go to the next area. So I already did that, so let's head into the town and find out what we gotta do next. Whoa. Apparently they knew we were coming. And they're gonna make us sit through the Mysidian legend again. Thanks. And like I mentioned before in previous video, yeah, I don't know what they were going for with the Mysidian legend in this translation, but it doesn't sound that good. I like it better in previous versions of the game, so oh well. Minor gripe. This is still my favorite version of the game, obviously. And I love the older versions, but I like this one just a little bit better. Alright, we got a little cutscene going on here.
Pray now, with all your heart. Prophecy must be made reality. There is no other time but now.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing about the this, like in the GBA versions of this game, they actually refer to what they're doing now as praying for a miracle. Well, in previous versions, or at least the original Super Nintendo version we got, instead of praying, they were wishing. Yeah, they were wishing for a miracle. Good job, censors. Yeah, I don't know what the big deal.
The promised ship of light, the Lunar whale.
Okay, the Lunar whale. Yeah, I don't know what their big deal about religion was back then, but it's pretty ridiculous. It's probably why we didn't see so many Dragon Quest games over here for the longest time, because of you know, the churches you gotta go to just to save the game. I mean, we got the ones on the Nintendo, but anything after that, we didn't see anything. I mean, the next game that was actually released was Dragon Quest 7. Which, by the way, is a good game. They just they could have done something with the graphics of that game. It was horrible. I mean, it's bad when you have character names in the menu, but you can't you only have, like, you abbreviate their names because the menus can't support, like, more than, like, 4 characters or something. That's pretty ridiculous. Well, anyways, enough about Dragon Quest 7. Alright, well, we get the Lunar whale, but, yeah, there's a few things I want to actually do first. I'm gonna head back to Fabule because I have a frying pan that I want to return to Yang's wife. I mean, I figure she might need it, you know. What's she gonna cook with now? Yeah, and if you don't do this particular part now, you cannot do it later, so keep that in mind. You before you go to the moon, you want to actually give Yang's wife's frying pan back, or else you won't get this item right here. Alright, she gives us a knife. That is a throwing weapon for Edge. Yeah, you can't equip it at all, so, but it'll deal maximum damage when you throw it, so it's good to keep around. I'll be saving that for the final boss, obviously. Okay. Well, that's one side quest complete. Now I actually want to head back to Kokol's Forge, so we can get the sword that he was making for us. Yeah, I'm not sure how long it actually takes if you don't use the event trigger at Mysidia to actually get the sword from him, but I imagine it probably takes a while, or at least after the next dungeon before you can get it. But since I gave him the adamantite and I did the little event there at Mysidia, now I should be able to retrieve the sword from him. Looks like he's done working on it. Alright, we get the Excalibur. Now, I've actually been debating whether or not I actually want to use this weapon or not. But, because the Defender actually raises its defense, and yeah, as you can see, this will raise its strength, but it'll lower his stamina by 10, and it'll lower his defense by 20. But, yeah, I mean, the strength boost for right now is actually more worth it. I'll probably end up using the Defender Sword later on, like maybe after the next area. But, I don't know, we'll see. Right now I'll use the Excalibur, why not? Yeah, it lowers the defense, but the accuracy is much better, and the attack power is better, and it's also Holy Elemental, which can be nice against certain monsters. Now, yeah, there's still a couple augments I could get in the Lodestone Cavern and in the Eblon Cave, but like I said before, I don't really need them, and I'll be getting them later, so I'm not going to worry about them right now. Oh, there's a bunch of augment hunting I'll be doing later on, so. Alright, and this is the Lunar Whale. Let's go exploring, shall we? Alright, these little pods right here are basically like free ins. You just go up to them, talk to them, and you can rest for the night, so that's kind of nice. Alright, yeah, and I did mention earlier in one of my videos that you get a free fat chocobo, so if you want to train wit and like do other stuff like view past events and listen to some of the tunes in the game, and then view the bestiary, you can talk to the fat chocobo here. In fact, I haven't showed that off at all, have I? So I might as well. Apparently this guy wants to explain about wit now. Yeah, I mean, basically when you get the 5 final party members, which Kane is one of them, yeah, he's not the last to join your party. Well, yeah, actually he is the last to join your party, but we'll be getting another party member before he rejoins again. But the final 5 is the 4 I have currently and with Kane. But yeah, you need those 5 characters in your party to be able to boost all wit stats if you want to actually train wit, which I probably won't do. Yeah, he'll randomly select battles to use. That's not really nice because, well, it's random. You can't really control it. yeah, you can train wit, you can view the bestiary, you can do the event theater, or you can listen to music from the game, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. But if you were going to train wit, and if you're at the close to the final dungeon, that would be the time to do it, in my opinion, if you care about that sort of thing. Alright, we got a teleportation crystal here, and if you just want to fly around on the current place you're at, whether it be the blue planet or the moon, all you have to do is talk to this cube looking thing right here, and you can take off. But I want to go to the moon, so I'm going to talk to the teleportation crystal here. Alright, we are on the moon. And while I got a few minutes left, I'll take some time to fill out the little mini-map here. And we got some caves we got to go through, and that's the Crystal Palace right there. That leads to the Lunar Subterrane. That is basically the final dungeon of the game. Very, very big final dungeon. Alright, that right there is a secret area. I'll be going over that soon enough. Alright, that cave right there is the cave to the Eidolon King. I think it's called like Lair of the Father or something. Yeah, that's a side quest area right there that I'll be doing later on. Okay, we are at the Hummingway abode. Yeah, apparently there's a whole bunch of little like naming way type characters here. Oh, what's this? Got an augment on the ground. Alright, we get the level lust augment. When you equip that on a character, it'll raise the experience gained in battle for all party members, so that's pretty nice. I might use it. Probably in like the last playthrough, but I'm not really concerned about gaining levels, really, because this is kind of like a low-level challenge. I'm trying not to grind at all. And one of these guys, yeah, maybe not him. Okay, yeah, one of these guys you can talk to, and he'll sell you some stuff. Yeah, he's got some pretty good stuff here. He sells elixirs, although they're insanely expensive. Dry ethers. Cottages, remedies, but most importantly, sirens. These are going to be crucial for farming for rare items like the adamant armor, the onion swords that I want to get. Basically, I'm just going to be going for 5 adamant armors, 2 onion swords, and maybe 2 onion shields. I kind of said that if you want to do a new game plus, that you should get onion shields, but it's not really negligible. The only armor you really need for a new game plus is adamant armor. I mean, it's ridiculously powerful. If you get 5 adamant armors, you're pretty much set. I mean, yeah, you don't really need any of that onion equipment, except for the onion swords. Onion swords are very nice, but only Kana and Cecil can equip them, so you only need 2 of those. And I'll be showing how to get those later, so... Alright, well, that's all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Next episode, we will take the lunar path to the Crystal Palace and find out what awaits us there. See you next time.